The third edition of CargoNXT Conference and Recognitions marked its Western India debut on 25 April 2025 in Mumbai, bringing together India's top logistics minds to chart the future of global trade. Business Session 3, titled The Future of Freight Forwarding, Embracing Change, Driving Innovation, unpacked the rapidly evolving landscape of freight forwarding, highlighting customer expectations, green practices, technology integration, and global shifts. Presented in collaboration with Hans Infomatic Pvt Limited, the session offered a powerful platform to discuss transformation, innovation, and sustainability in freight forwarding. Anirban Sanyal emphasized how logistics must move beyond being seen as just a cost center, focusing on visibility, transparency, and digital clarity.
The biggest challenge perhaps for us is that we are cost center. We are not profit center. Resulting which, when we are talking about freight forwarding and what coming new and how we are going to do new, there will be challenges across. Now the challenge comes with, today it is say Red Sea, tomorrow it was Red Sea, yesterday it was Red Sea, today it is Ukraine war, or it could be anything else. So challenges will be there. Now to manage the challenges we get CTC, cost to company. To justify a CTC, I talked this earlier also, that we make another CTC, criticality to cost, that we are handling very critical things so that we should get 8-digit salary. We forget perhaps to bring another CTC to this concept, which is clarity to the concept. So when we are talking about what demanding, what is looking forward, three things perhaps we need to really look into. One is that the customer satisfaction in terms of bringing visibility. When you are talking transparent, is that there is a component in each bucket, be it a cost, be it readiness, be it regulatory, the transparency. And third thing is that digitalization. I think once these three components put in right place and right perspective, we bring the CTC, that clarity to the concept.
Parvinder Singh reflected on the ground realities of railway parcel logistics, sharing how early attempts to automate the system were met with resistance.
So, आप रेलवे की बात करते हो, रेलवे I have seen on the ground of the, कभी रेलवे के parcel, go to the parcel room over there where the freight is unloaded and then unloaded. We were trying, someone contacted us, इसको ना, we want to automate this and all that. So I said, okay, we draw a work plan and okay, this how this can. When we went out there, we said, the guy who was sitting over there, of course, railway has a application to do that, what is the weight and all that, noting that. He said, नहीं चलेगा. Why? He said, the labels, you see these labels. He said, these labels, and if this is the size of the parcel room, if someone has to go to, he has to jump over so many different parcels. There's no straight line like this, there's no bays and there's no racks and all that. You just have to go. तो वो लेबरर को बताया कि इसने ये पैकेट कहाँ रखा है और इसको कब कितने बजे इसकी ट्रेन है और वो उठा के उसको फ्रंट पे ले आए. He will bring it. That he says, we just can't afford to replace these guys. Technology is a failure, and still date, railway works like that. Those laborers are the सबसे ज़्यादा काम भी वही करते हैं, and they are the roadblock to technology.
Animesh Gupta discussed a sharp perspective on innovation, how real progress means gaining the good without the bad.
So future of freight forwarding, we have a freight forwarder one. So he's on my side, so we are on this side of the table. Then we have two technology people, and you are three technology people. So we will be using their technology to achieve our goals using the service of a freight forwarder. So that is how it should have been. So embracing change and driving innovations. What is innovation? So achieving, please understand this well. And if you want, I can repeat it to note it down for anyone and everyone, whatever age it is. Achieving all pros without cons is an innovation.
Rahim Bhimani spotlighted how AI is no longer optional, it's here, and it's changing the way we work and think.
What is embracing change? What is driving innovation? Embracing change, change is the only constant. You all must have heard this. We are always ever evolving, and we have to. Sometimes, there is a need for it, and sometimes it is just imposed on us. Yeah. So one of the latest imposition that has come about has been AI. Okay, it is not a natural progression. Not all of us, are naturally going to move into it. It's not like email, the simple automations that we all just simply adapted to. This one needs a lot of thinking. It is taking over a lot of functions which we thought were never going to be replaced by a machine. But machines are now capable of learning. They are capable of taking decisions. Okay, and we need to embrace, we need to accept that somebody else will take that decision, and we have to be okay with that. That's a challenge I believe we are going to face in very, very near future.
Vinay Koka gave a global outlook on industry shifts, emphasizing the need for continuous upskilling to stay competitive.
A lot of you might be aware of the Friedman's concept, the invisible hand, right? Everybody acts at their own interest, but eventually, overall as an industry or overall as a nation, what it benefits for. Natural progression, there is a theory called Heckscher-Ohlin theory, which HO theory, the flying keys model. If you actually look at it, there was a time, today China manufactures 97% of the world's ships, right? Once upon a time, it was Japan. So Heckscher-Ohlin says that every country or every company, by natural progression, eventually takes the lead. Like how India took software, eventually there might be a case 20 years down the line or 40 years down the line where Vietnam would take over from us and we would take over the entire manufacturing, right? So HO theory is a natural progression. Eventually learning is a natural progression. I don't personally believe that, the labor is going to go down because of, I know the labor has a challenge. No, upskilling is a challenge. If we don't upskill, that is where we will lose out to the competition.
Moderating the session, Shantanu Bhadkamkar wrapped up with a powerful reminder: AI may be useful, but it can never replace human emotion and personal connection.
Going to share a real life story, very short story. Both of you made a point that even today human intelligence is much better than artificial intelligence. My secretary likes to make drafts, whereas I never like draft. I send my messages. Unfortunately, one of the guys in our Delhi office died untimely, so a condolence message was to send to his mother. And they used the AI on WhatsApp. And I know that because we have AI use checkers. You can have a lot of tools to check. Now this condolence letter was both of us were in third party. Like I as a sender, I would like to send a personal message. I became a third party, not even second party, and the mother of that guy became a third party. So one of my Delhi guy, her Delhi brains Parvinder works better. When I shared with him that this is happening, he said, "Sir, nakal ko bhi akal lagti hai." So when you want to use AI, it is a very dangerous tool. And if you use 4 AI runs, and I can demonstrate it to all of you, the language changes in a manner is if you say, I don't like cold water, it will change to I like cold water. हर एक में इतना चेंज होता है, एक प्रीफर होता है, फिर एक बोलता है दोनों सेम है, बट आई एंड थर्ड तो गलती कर देता है. So it is a very dangerous tool to have.
Business Session 3 left a strong message. The freight forwarding industry must embrace disruption, adopt tech, and stay human-centric to thrive in a globalized tomorrow. Let's hear what the industry leaders have to say.
India is taking a big leap or big jump in terms of making or developing the infrastructure, but it's a long way to go. Unless and until each of us, each Indian takes pride in what he or she is doing. And earlier people used to come in logistics industry by force, but today I see a drastic change. People are coming into logistics industry by choice. Absolutely fascinating, and I'm thrilled to be amongst fraternity of supply chain people, having a good time and enjoying. Thank you.
Currently the freight levels, which you can say is very fluctuating. Every 2-3 months the freights are fluctuating, and plus the trade war which is going on between the few of the countries. and that is, the market is not, stable. Every year we see up and down in the sea freight rate. That is a bit challenging for planning the customers.
How were your initial impressions?
It was good, fantastic, ma'am. Fantastic arrangement to the team next and CargoNXT, and we are very happy. And we'll be eager to join next year as well.
I think in terms of the key infrastructure gap, I think if we have to see our overall infrastructure in terms of two things, I will say one is the logistics, entire infrastructure in terms of rail, road, maritime logistics. I think a lot of work needs to be done there. I think some baby steps we've seen in the last 4 to 5 years happening. I think a lot of work needs to be done. And second, which I think is the as a much bigger challenge, is the ease of doing business. I think for new companies starting and for new businesses which are coming in, for the new entrepreneur, both small and medium enterprises, I think we have to really improve the ease of doing business so that we can actually focus on doing the work and getting things to the customer rather than really focusing a lot of compliance and getting things right. I think that these are the two areas we need to focus on. Yeah, I think it's always very nice to be there. I think CargoNXT, I think you guys have had such a good legacy of doing this kind of a session. Always the sessions are highly informative, relevant, and the kind of people we are able to see here. I think the logistics is again a very, very small, close-knit community and industry. So it's always good to be able to come back, meet these people, to be able to exchange ideas and to find out the issues on which all of these people are working.
See, I think government is taking very proactive steps to help logistics sector. If you see global shipping policies, they are very lenient and creating lot of assets and infrastructure to support it. Government is also investing a lot of money on roadways, where actually it is helping logistics to better speed and opening a new business. Along with that, if you come to infrastructure also, a logistical park and subsidies in different sector, cold storage, these are all helping logistics some way or other way. I am been connected with this platform for a long time. I have seen people. I really like the type of subjects of discussion, and also the speakers, my colleagues who have come for speaking here and contributing, is fantastic. Such sessions should be encouraged, and as a fraternity, we should invest some time to support this so that new mindsets, new policies, and also problem solving can be taken place.
CargoNXT extends heartfelt thanks to all our partners, speakers, and delegates for fueling the dialogue on next-gen logistics transformation. Stay tuned to Cargo Insights TV for more conversations shaping the logistics of tomorrow. Until next time, keep evolving, keep forwarding.